You can see we're at Amazon Central, and a lot of people have been asking me about the promotion I'm doing currently. And as you can see, a really handy view at your Amazon Central is right here, Promotions. And as you can see, it shows I have two running. One is this one. It's got no results. This is the one that you've most likely seen on Facebook. It's Perennial Essentials, and I've got 17 orders out of that. And by the way, it's pretty easy to get orders when you're selling stuff for a penny. So, okay, this is what you do. You go to Amazon Central, and you go up here to Advertising, and you click Advertising, go down to Promotions, and Amazon has so many wonderful insights into information. I mean, it is information to the maximum. I mean, like their reports. See, I'm getting sidetracked already. My other channel, I called myself, I'm known as a cyber guy, as rabbit guy, because I jump down so many rabbit holes, I just get distracted. But I just want to show you this. This is business reports. I had no intention of doing this. All this is detailed information about what you're doing. And by the way, I'm no expert at this, not even close. But you can see this graph here shows a lot of detail about what you're doing, your products and everything. And I looked at this thing for hours, and I just thought, what can I glean from this? Until I finally seen this little thing here. It says pivot. And if you pivot to SKUs, you get some real insight into specifically what each one of your items are doing. And let me get my face out of the way here. Like this SKU here. This is a little toy. There's the SKU. 995 sessions means I've had 995 people look at it. That sounds kind of good to me. But even better, I had 20 orders out of 24. And you can see I had to buy box 18% of the time. These are the page views. I had 1,431 people look at it. And there's a difference between sessions and views. And I'm not going to get into all that, but I would like to get into it because this is the heart of what you're selling. This tells you what you're doing. Are people looking at it? And if they are looking at it, are they buying or are they just in and out? So let me get back on track here. Okay, advertising, we want to go to promotions. And you'll have to excuse my throat, my voice. It's terrible, I know. I had throat cancer, and well, it is what it is. Now, here we are. You have three options here. You can have an external benefit for a promotion, buy one, get one, or money off, or percentage. Now, I haven't got into the external yet, but let's just take a look. See right here? It says manage your promotions. Now, these are promotions that I have active. And you can see if I click here and click all, these are all the promotions I've been playing with. And I got a bundle of them. And most of them are a flop. But, it's okay. That's how we learn. You got to try. Don't give up. No, that's pending. And I do. Actually, let's look at pending. I think I have one pending. Yes, right there. this is the Perennial Essentials and Shea Butter. This is a 20% off one. But I want to show you the one you may have seen on Facebook. This is the active. This is the most successful one because I gave it away for a penny. So it doesn't take a real brilliant person to do that. But here you can see there's the tracking, there's the title, and there's the start date, end date. Now we're going to click it and we'll go and see what the promotion was. You can see the history, you can end it, you can duplicate it, which is kind of nice because it's like cloning. You just click that and all this is filled out and you can go in and tweak it a little. Saves you from going through every line. And this is edit the promotion, but there's a lot of things on there you can't really edit that I'd like to. Sometimes it's a start date. Well, here you see the meat of the promotion. Buyer purchases at least this quantity of items. So I want them to purchase one. What do I want to purchase? The purchased items is Perennial Essentials. And when you set up the promotion, you get to go through your inventory and pick what you want. And I just want them to have a discount on that one item. Buyer gets, it's going to be a percentage or $1. In order to get the free shipping for everybody, prime and non-prime, I put it at $34.99. And it applies to purchased items. Then we go down here to the schedule. You set the schedule. The one thing I really didn't like about this was I'm kind of a spazzo, like to move fast. I want to have a promotion. I want it to start now. Well, you have to go by West Coast time, and there's a 3-hour window. And that's why I had so many promotions you've seen on the other one. They were mistakes. Until I finally figured out I had to start this promotion and wait 3 hours. Well, you know, we all want it now. I want to see something happening. Anyhow, keep that in mind. There's your tracking ID, promotion ID. And down here is, well, I shouldn't show that. It's too late now. That was the secret code. If you if you use that secret code, you're going to wipe me out because I did stop the a promotion. And actually, what I'm going to do now, that's a secret code. You've seen it. I'm going to end this promotion right now. Let's see. And then this window comes up. And, you know, I don't know what they want you to say here. How about, it's over. I don't know. I guess if you want to go back and look it up or something, that's what it is. It says you've successfully ended it. Okay, it's over. No more freebies for Murray. But there it was. One redemption per customer. You know, I wanted just to go around. And the claim code compatibility was exclusive. I'll explain that in a minute. And you can customize a message and yada, yada, yada. Okay. So we're going to go back to manage promotions. And I'm going to show you how to start one. We are going to start a brand new one. Okay. This, and you notice I picked a percent off. So let's say buyer purchases. He can purchase an amount. Let's say he purchases $50 from me. That promotion can be based on that. Or for every quantity of items purchased, he will get something. I just kept it simple, and I put at least this quantity, and over here you can put how many does he have to buy. Well, 1. Purchased items. Now you have to pick what do you want him to purchase. And I have already had these items that I have selected from my inventory that I am playing with now. And the way you get stuff in that box is you click here, create a new product selection. And you can use the ASIN number, your SKU, or any of these criteria here, and you put it in there. And the next window will, there's some more stuff to fill out. But we're going to go back to the promotion here. So we're going to pick, okay, let's pick this. No, let's pick, I'm out of that one. I don't even know what that is. It's something in my inventory. Okay, he purchased something I call baby. The buyer gets dollars off or percent. Okay, I'm going to pick a percent. And let's say he gets 25%. What a nice guy I am. Okay, and it applies to purchased items. You could put qualifying items, and if you pick that, you go over here and you will pick what items are those that you're referring to. Okay, the start date, yada, yada, yada. You have to put an internal description, and here's the tracking ID, and then here's the claim code that you put here. And I had a claim code, and you click that. Now, as you can see, once you get the claim code, and of course it's one per customer, and you can ask it to suggest a code, and I mean, you can put in anything you want. I used its code, and the reason is there are times when I want everybody to be able to see a promotion. You know, it's 10% off. I want the world to see it. But this was such a big promotion that, I mean, I was losing my shirt on it. I sold it for a penny. It was, eventually it's going to be a $25 item, 24 actually. So I wanted to have some control over who sees this and who gets it. And of course I started with my friends, and then I went to Entrepreneur Girl's Facebook page, and you know, seems like a great group of people. I'm very new there. And so I passed it out there, and I made a note last night about 11 o'clock at night. This sale will end within minutes or hours, depends on how many people start doing it. And within an hour, I had 7 people sign up. And that was great, so I stopped it. And this exclusive, unrestricted, and preferential was something that I had trouble with. So I just switched over here to the help page for understanding promotions. You can see right here, and there's a lot of detail. And I would suggest, I'm giving you a very cursory view of a promotion. You should go here, go to topics, and look for promotions, and you can get all the details here about the claim codes, compatibility, and everything. And here you can see the eligibility, the exclusions, returns, and you are required under terms and conditions right here that you put in the terms and conditions, and you better make it clear. But Amazon already has a lot of it filled out, and I just go with theirs. It's very detailed. And there's about the claim codes, and there is the details on the type, whether it's money off, percentage, buy one, get one. And you can go into other areas there and see what pertains to your promotion. And I'm still learning this myself. But, another big thing. Your promotions are only good if you have the buy box, which can be very difficult. The one great thing about private label is You get to make the detail page, and that buy box is yours. Uh, People like my private labels, Perennial Essentials. Nobody can come there and sell Perennial Essentials. That's an exclusive. That's me and my wife only have that. So I will never have to be concerned, as far as I know, with people owning the buy box. So my promotions will always be seen. But if you're latching onto another person's detail page, like we all do, you enter their UPC, and if it's on Amazon, you just got to fill out the price and a couple of things. It's short and sweet, but you really have to work to get that buy box there. It's usually something that could be replenishable, or like all this arbitrage. Uh, many things that we buy are already on Amazon, but private label, that's where it's at. I really believe that from all the hundreds of hours of videos I've listened to. Private labels or replenishable, where you can go buy wholesale, and the margins may not be there. Typically, I had my own furniture store at 50,000 square feet for 25, 30 years. And we had all kind of accounts we buy from, anything we wanted. And we would go buy, and the typical markup, we had an outlet store, and so we worked on a 40% margin. And that's triple net. If you want to get down to after taxes, it plummets to several points. But if you're having big numbers, 3 to 5% of $1 million is a nice chunk of change. But that's after all expense. My salary, we had a corporation, so I was an expense. My wife, all our employees, all the expenses. But on eBay or on Amazon, the expense, we can roughly assume, is around 35% expense from Amazon's point. Now, if we're using the triple rule, and you should do that, especially if you're new and you don't know how to calculate your margins real good, the triple rule would be if you pay 10 for something, you want to look on Amazon and see, is it selling for around 30? If it's selling for 30 and it sells, Amazon gets 10, you get back 20, but 10 is for cost of goods, so you made 10. So in essence, you're doubling your money, which is really good. But then you have your boxes and shipping and labels and all that expense. So, it depends on your profit margin, which is very critical on how you do this. Now, I have kind of, after 2 months, revamped my triple scenario. Like yesterday, we were in Toys R Us. I bought some FAO Schwartz maps. They were $25. So the triple rule would be they have to sell for 75. That way I'd make 25. 25 is cost of goods. 25 goes to Amazon. But they were only selling for about 60. So if you do the math, I was still going to make about 20 bucks. I'm not going to leave 20 bucks sitting on the shelf. No way. I mean, I'd buy 1,000 of them if I could. That's $20. So be safe. Start out with the triple rule. Look at the rankings, and as you can see on my product, here, let me go there. This is a good time to show this. There's my product page. Okay? As you can see, I am ranked right here at 12,000. I went down to 5,000 was the lowest, and I went back up to, I just hate that when that window comes up there. I've had 8 customer reviews. It was $35, and I went from like obscurity, probably in the millions. If you never sold anything, if you haven't sold it, if your product has not been sold, uh, it will be in the millions. It's just they can't rank it because it has been sold. So yesterday or the day before, I had 7 friends buy it, and it went to 150,000, to 100,000, to 75,000, to 40,000, and ended up at 25,000. The next day, I had no sales. It started climbing right back up again, and it ended up back at 80,000. So this was good, though. I could see how the system was working. And then I posted on Entrepreneurial Girls 360 Facebook page. 7 people bought it, and it went down to 5,000. I was, as I said on her page, in the land of milk and honey. I left Egypt, headed to the good land. And if you're Christian, you'll get it. If you're not, you need to know Jesus. Well, you can go to my other channel for that. And it started climbing back a little. And then I had somebody else buy one today, which was the last sale for the promotion. And you can see it's back at 12,500. It's okay. That's okay. I'm moving up there. But eventually it has to stand on its own. And I will have some more promotions, but hopefully there'll be promotions where I can make a few bucks. So that's kind of basically it. And as you can see here on the promotion page, you know, I may not have had nothing too pertinent here, but the one thing I want to tell you, I've been in business my whole life. I had up to 3 stores. Didn't have nothing when I started. I was a hippie, a drug addict, and an alcoholic. Had nothing. Knew nothing. And started out in the basement of our house. And through many years of persevering and persistence, I'm a stubborn old coot, you know, we ended up with them 3 stores. It was a fairly big operation. But there's risk in every business. And there's risk in Amazon. But I want to tell you, your risk can be sliced to an extreme minimum in comparison to starting any other business I know of. If you follow the triple rule, look at the rankings, but as you can see, they change daily. It's only a 24-hour snapshot of where that item's at today. So, a little cautionary note there. And you want to look at the rating. I mean, I bought stuff with poor ratings just because it was cheap, and that's probably somewhat of a gamble. But, and they have what's called long tail, short tail. A long tail item is something, you know, it could be rated 900,000, but it'll probably sell in 3, 4, 5 months. And if you don't have an immediate crisis for cash flow, and you're getting a good deal on it, and the profit margin is going to be good, but you have to wait, hey, jump on it. And the short tail is something that you think is going to sell quick. And from what I've gathered, and this is nothing, don't take this to the bank, but, you know, I'm thinking if things are around 150,000 or under, that's really good, I think. It makes me happy. And even if you get up into 500,000, that don't concern me much. You know, when you start hitting, for me, personally, over $1 million, you know, I want to make sure there's some profit margin there, more than I normally want, because I know I'm going to have to sit on. Hey, I'm ranting and raving like I always do, so I'm going to end this. So this isn't going to last forever. It's going to take me 3 days to upload it probably. So hey, I hope I can have some short and more concise videos as I learn. And be sure to look down here at my site where I'll be posting all my Amazon videos or business videos. So see you later. Don't give up. See you on Amazon.com.